Hi, everybody. It's Deanna with toolsofenergyprotection.com, your energy shift expert, where I teach you how to navigate the energies currently being presented to us on this planet. And I teach highly sensitive people and empathic people how to shield their energy, take their power back, and raise their vibration so they can go out on this planet and do the work they were meant to do. So I'd like to welcome everybody tonight for joining me Tuesday. I try to come on about 7:30 before my inner circle energy and my inner circle energy group, where we talk about the energies, what's happening, and we go more in depth than we do here. So if you're just joining me for the first time, thank you very much for joining me. And tonight I want to talk about the energy shifts that are happening March 20th, 2018, around this new moon. So new moon means new energies are coming to us, and it depends on how the other planets are shifting the frequency on the planet as to how we are experiencing those new energies. So if you've been following for any length of time on toolsofenergyprotection.com, you'll notice that the articles have been about self-improvement and self-love. Hello to Linda and Kelly. Thank you for joining. Share this video if you like. Let people know that we're on. But anyway, the articles on toolsofenergyprotection.com blog have been about shedding the shadow self and letting go of things from the shadow self, from our darker selves. And we all have them. And in this planet we live on, there's the light and the dark. It's kind of like the yin-yang symbol. One cannot exist without the other. So the reason that you're here on the earth plane is to learn, to be embodied. You're a spirit divine self in a clay pot, and you're moving through this three-dimensional world to learn that is normal. Part of being on the planet, we have ley lines. We have a North Pole and a South Pole, and in between those, there's two magnetic frequencies, both the horizontal and the vertical on the planet. And when those energies shift, they shift the magnetic frequencies of our bodies, because our bodies are salt, water, and electric. So where we find ourselves right now in space and time, we've been working on the shadow self and shedding the shadow self and getting rid of things that no longer honor us. But right now, the focus is on the road to self-love and self-discovery. So once we've shed the poop, so to speak, then what's left? So it's a bit like a snake that shed its skin, taking all the old rough stuff off, and now it's got this smooth new area, but it has to let it dry before it continues on. So that's kind of one way to think about it. And our ability to love ourselves and to have self-love sometimes is a hard task, because this planet that we live on, we've been taught for so long, from the time we were little to the time we get older, what we were to be and what we weren't to be by the people around us, by our parents, by cousins, by aunts, by uncles. And these people around us helped us to shape our world. So we went from this beautiful light being that came in body to learn various things, to being inundated with these other messages. And if you're highly sensitive or if you're empathic, those can really seem to bombard us, because we don't understand how to shield ourselves and how to protect ourselves. So if you're a highly sensitive person or an empathic person, and you know somebody who is basically hiding and not getting out and not going forward and not participating in life fully, it's generally because we don't know how to shield ourselves and our senses are just overloaded. If you know anybody like that, please share this video with them. Let them know that I'm here to help. If you go to my website, toolsofenergyprotection.com, on the website, you're going to find Work With Me. And when you click on it, down below, it will say Spiritual Level 1 class. That class is designed to be a class all by itself for highly sensitive people, for empathic people, to learn how to raise their vibration, take their power back, shield themselves, and find their place in the world so they can go out and do fun things that they want to do without having to, be at home for 3 or 4 days on the couch trying to, get rid of whatever they picked up. So anyways, moving on. So what's happening with this learning to love self? It's about looking at the messages that we've received over the years by other people about who we were to be or who we were not to be, and how we were treated. But I will tell you, I have been down some dark roads myself and some roads of light, and I've discovered that God's Spirit or Source really does love each and every one of us. Each and every one. There's no human trash. There's nobody who's like, oops, I guess they'll be okay, right? It's called being forsaken or abandoned. We're never forsaken. We're never abandoned. It's about us. So it's spring. My daughter reminded me today's the first day of spring, and she was all excited about it. Well, what does spring mean to all of us? If we are planting a garden and we're watering it, if you take a hose and you bend it, usually because you're trying to get somewhere and you don't want the water to get out and you don't have one of those sprayer things on the end, what happens to the water out of the end of the hose? It dissipates. It hardly comes out. It gets stored back in the hose, and when you let it, it goes everywhere, right? Well, if you're cutting yourself off because you don't have love for yourself, if you participate in self-loathing, self-punishment, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, and you're restricting yourself, that's because you crimped the hose to divine love, to God's Spirit or Source loving you. And people say to me, Deanna, but, I have a child who is living in my house again because they were on Skid Row for a while and I found them. What do I do with them? One woman came to see me. She had a child that was, an adult that had gambled away all his money and was on the street. And then she had another one that was in rehab. And she's like, how do I live through that? Finding that love in your heart, in that center, and knowing that you're connected to God's Spirit or Source, and there's going to be things in your life that you're going to learn from, that's part of life. But having that light within will make it so much easier to navigate. And I had another woman call me today, and she has so many trials and tribulations going on in her life, and she's like, she didn't want to deal with it anymore. Well, when you have that love in your heart that only comes from Spirit, God, or Source, and you allow that love to come out, it makes your footing easier to navigate. It makes your footing more steady. It gives you a sense of calmness, even in the midst of all of what's going on. That's the key, is opening up, loving yourself, and allowing that divine love in. That's the key. And I know a lot of people say, oh, it's too hard. I can't possibly. And my parents did this to me. And, I was in an orphanage. And, we all have stories. Bottom line, all of us have stories. And each person I talk to, they think their story is the hardest one. And then I hear another one. And it's like, everybody's got a different story. No judgment. Please don't judge yourself. Please don't take the ugly stick out and beat yourself up that you're not good enough. You can't be this. You can't be that. You have too many struggles. You've got too many things against you. Because that's darkness on your heart. And once you take a deep breath and you realize you're loved by the Creator Source of all, and you have a lot of opportunity to learn, you ask for the love and the light to come into your life and open those doors will be open. If you're like me, you can say, I can't see the doors, I'm too silly. Open them wider, and the doors will be open wide for you to walk through. All you have to do is listen and walk through those doors. Simple. They say Satan is the master of confusion. Even if you don't believe in Satan, confusion is not of the light. Okay? Are there any questions? Anybody that's on tonight, if you'd like to type it into the feed, I'll be glad to answer any questions that you might have. Every Tuesday night, like I said, I do the best I can to be here by about 7:30 to 7:40 Mountain Standard Time to answer any questions anybody has about spirituality, being an empath, being highly sensitive, anything you might have. Okay, let me see if I can, I think, yeah, I haven't got any questions in there. Okay, while we're waiting, if you are in the Denver area and you would like to have a personal one-to-one consult or personal session with me, I am at the For Heaven's Sakes bookstore in Denver on 46th Avenue. The phone number is 303-964-9339, and you can call them and schedule a time to come see me, and we'll talk one-to-one, and I'll give you a hug if you want it. And then on Friday, they're having the fair day. So what that means to you is that the sessions will be discounted. The store merchandise is discounted as well, so it's a great day to come on down, even if you just want to say hi to me. I do the best I can to greet people and say hello to them if they just want to come in the shop and meet me. But on Fridays, I'm usually booked solid by the time I get there, so make sure if you want to do that, you call first thing in the morning, because I think they're already closed now. Anything else to tell you? I can't think of anything else, but just to know that you are loved, and despite your childhood, your upbringing, your current circumstances, once you turn your heart around and you open it up, you ask for help and be in receivership. That's so important. Those divine blessings will come. Things will come from nowhere to help you. It's a truly amazing. In my own story, I did ask for the doors to be open wide, and in 24 hours, I had my prayers answered, and things just took off from there. So anyway, have a great and wonderful night. I thank each and every one of you for coming. Please feel free to join me here. If you're finding me on Facebook through the live world map, which is really cool, some people will go on that map and find people that are live. Please click like or follow down below here. If you're seeing this as a recording, if you're on YouTube, click follow so you can get these as soon as they come out. On my website, toolsofenergyprotection.com, there's a place called Contact. You can find all my social media. This is my favorite place to be. You're welcome. And then there's a place to sign up if you want to get the articles delivered to your email inbox. So have a great and wonderful night. Big hugs and kisses, and know that you're loved and that God's Spirit or Source is always with you. And if you need some help on your journey, please reach out to me. Have a great night.